Hello and welcome back to our wonderful exploration into the War Sales beta patch. And this is obviously the patch that will be coming out with War Sales when it is released. Now, bear in mind, we've now just reached 150 in medicine, and we're gonna probably take, probably take Pristine Streets. That's usually what I go for here, generally just because most of the time, I'm not entirely sure. Do you wait in villages when you play the game? Do you wait in villages? I have never actually waited in a village ever. Maybe one time. I don't know. But yeah, generally I wait in towns. I'm not entirely sure why that is. I guess it's just because maybe I feel a little bit like I'm going to be attacked if I wait in a village. Is that just me? I'm not entirely sure. But all I do know is that yeah, we're going to take Pristine Streets. Now, we're obviously here. We have a bit of a problem on our hands where they did take back our castles. But that, that's actually not bad. That is actually not a bad thing at all. You know why? Because we can go back in there and we can just farm some renown, which is obviously really nice. If we're able to do that, then we can obviously level up a little bit quicker. And we can hopefully get to the next clan tier. Just that much faster. So obviously we can't really do much here in regards to the food situation. As you can see, they have way too much food. How do they even have so much food? That's absolutely crazy. Okay, so yeah, let's get some trebuchets up. I actually would like to try the actual mechanic associated with sieges. I'd like to actually do this instead of just rushing in, but the problem is, if there is an army nearby that really, really wants to murder me, then obviously it's going to be extremely difficult for us to, do that, because they're going to just be right on top of us, and they're going to be like, you must stop what you're doing right now, criminal scum, and so on and so forth, that kind of thing. So that would be not exactly great. We do have a couple of, hello, we got a couple of vassals coming up here. Oh, okay, Turidos. Okay, yeah, they're probably going to be attacking me when they get one more vassal. One more vassal needs to turn up. If an army comes up, then we are done, and I'm running away, okay? If an army comes up right now, I am literally running away as fast as I possibly can, because that's going to be basically impossible, I think. Here we go. There we are. There's the extra vassal, and now they're... Oh, no, they were going to wait for Honoratus. Okay, they were waiting for Honoratus, and there he is. Okay. So, did he actually join? No. That's actually really funny. They waited for Honoratus, but he was too slow to actually join the fight. That is actually very funny. That is actually very funny to me. But yes, anyway, as you can see, we are now at war, or should we say, in a battle against 478 enemies, and we have 186. So my current army is not that good, because I have obviously been attempting to level up a lot of Aserai youths that we've been recruiting from nearby villages and things like that in recent memory. And so I was kind of hoping, yes, let's make that really, really good. Let's try to make them as best as possible, as fast as we can get them leveled up, and then we're going to have a much better time. So let's actually see what we can do here, because these guys are obviously going to be aggressive to us. So I'm going to do the same strategy that we used previously, and I thought that actually worked out really, really well. Obviously, I'm not entirely... Ooh, this is looking pretty nice, actually. Wish we could make these kinds of formations normally, where we could make these kinds of, like, L-shaped formations, I think they look really, really cool, because imagine what we have going on here. Imagine we have the enemy coming in from this direction. Obviously, that's very much, wishful thinking or whatever, but imagine if they're coming in from that direction, and then you have these people coming in from the side and shooting in from the side there, and if they do go for these guys on the side, then we have other people that can shoot in from that direction too. So we have angles. We have very, very good angles on the opponent, and it's actually very cool. Let's see if it actually makes a difference. I highly doubt it will. We do have... Actually, you know what? It's probably a better idea for us to move our forces over here. The thing is, they've removed the ability for us to see where my forces are going to stand. You see, because it used to be that you would be able to see these things, like these little flags. Like, you can see it now when I've highlighted it here, but it used to be that you could actually see it while you're placing it. You know what I mean? So generally that would have... Yeah, that would have actually made a huge difference to our positioning here, but let's just hope that everything's going to work out quite well. There are a couple of rocks and a couple of obstacles in the way here, so that is going to make a small difference, I suppose, to the opponent. Maybe they're gonna think a little bit more about whether they should come up here, but the thing is, what I'm mostly doing is this. I'm mostly trying to make sure that, as you can see, when a cavalry runs in here, they're gonna get stopped. Hopefully they will do that. They're probably, I mean, to be fair, they're probably just gonna walk around it, you know. That's what they usually do, but let's see whether the opponent is actually coming closer to us. Yes, they are. Alright. Now, we are outnumbered dramatically, by the way, so this is the reason why I'm being so... I don't know whether you could call it cheap, but it's a little bit more strategic, I guess, than normal. Because usually I'm saying, oh no, I won't do anything like that. Oh, nice hit. There we go. Yes, that's what we like to see. Now I'm using my new weapon as well, by the way. The new Bardiche. The new Bardiche obviously has dramatically lower reach, which obviously is something to bear in mind, because that means that we are going to get outranged by a number of characters. Funnily enough, I'm actually doing pretty well here, surprisingly enough. Oh, the enemy has no idea what they're doing. They're not charging. They need to charge. If they do not charge, they will just get absolutely massacred. Okay, I'm going to charge my infantry and my my horse archers as well. There we go. Nice hit. Yes, more damage like that, please. More damage like that, please. That's what we need to see. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Okay, can we get some more of that? Yeah, let's try not to get killed ourselves. It would be nice if we could survive. At least a little bit. For some reason I'm lagging. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm getting lag during this. I don't have any. I mean, I only have super speed, right? I only have super speed installed. I don't have any other mods, so it's a bit strange. Not sure why I'm getting that problem, but well, we can only hope that our forces will continue to do good damage. As you can see, the enemy is now coming in with their infantry. Not a big fan. Not a terribly big fan of that. I would like to get to 200 in two-handed, though. That would be nice. That would be very, very nice. And then maybe I'll get, I don't know, maybe I'll get the final focus point in two-handed as well, because I actually only have 4 focus points in it, if you can believe it. Because I don't know why I didn't go for more, but apparently I didn't. I don't know. Apparently I felt like we had enough or something. I don't know. But yeah, Pellisor's getting some good kills, actually, or at the very least he's getting some good level ups. And I should probably tell my Battanians to charge in now. Yes, that's exactly what we will do. And then let's see what is going on with the performance in this particular battle. That's really weird. Must be. Is there something else going on my PC right now? Maybe Steam is doing something. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, we should be completely fine here now. Maybe, I don't know. Usually, as I say, if you do defend against the initial charge, if you can then turn the tables and kind of get a little bit of momentum going your way, then you can actually have really, really nice time of things. For some reason, what is going on here? Anyway, we did actually eliminate 213 so far, which is actually a significant number. So we shouldn't have too many issues. At least I hope so. As you can see, my forces still actually have arrows, surprisingly enough. Let's tell them to hold fire for the moment, because we actually have the ability here, I think, to force them into some kind of retreat. I think their morale is probably in the dumps. Is it? No, not really, actually. Not really. Wow, okay, I'm actually surprised. But yeah, I would have expected their morale to be very, very low, so much so that they would be considering a retreat right now. But apparently they're not. Maybe I needed more two-handed kills. This is a very strange weapon to use. I'm not very good with it, as you can quite clearly tell. I really do need to get a little bit more used to the timing. Yeah, not too bad, I guess. I mean, we are managing to kill quite a few, which is kind of nice, you know. That's always good. And where are my cavalry, by the way? Yeah, they're all the way over there. Let's actually bring my cavalry back, bring my infantry back as well. Let's try to reposition our archers somewhat, because we may have to go into a second stage of battle. And in which case, I want to make sure that we are in a best possible scenario situation here. We don't want to run in there and get ourselves murdered. Seems like we're going to be okay, though. I just need to make sure that my archers are around about here. And there we go. Okay, we're going to fire at will. Actually, wait a minute. Are they retreating? They are actually retreating. Okay, so we can actually tell everyone to charge then. We can tell everyone to charge. I did not realize that they were all retreating already. I thought that they were just regrouping or something. But usually the music kind of gives you a bit of an idea as to what the opponent is doing. And, yeah, well, in this case, I felt like it was still kind of going, you know? I felt like it was still kind of going, and they were still kind of giving a little bit of a rallying cry to the opponent. And, yeah, you can see here, they're done. They're out of there. There it is. Wow, that was exceptionally good. Very, very good for us. 51 renown, not too bad. 68 influence. I mean, I'm obviously very much looking forward to the influence. We need that as best as we can. Just going to let them go, continue to let them go as much as possible here, as I would like to try and experience the benefits of this. Because obviously, here's the thing. I don't actually know what the traits are going to do. I don't know if they're going to come in handy at some point in the future, but I can only hope they will. Otherwise, I haven't experienced anything about them yet. And apart from that, one thing that I would love to see is if we have really high relation with a particular clan, they'll actually refuse, according to some people in the comments, they'll actually refuse to raid our villages, which is exceptional because villages, if you don't know this already, villages are actually one of the main reasons why towns and so on and so forth make so much money because, you know, of the economic system, so on and so forth. But, you know, that's you know, getting into a little bit too much detail for me right now. So we are just going to literally convert some people. I'm not going to be taking anyone, I don't think. These looters, not really worth it. We're just going to move on. I don't have any towns nearby, so I won't be able to take all of the prisoners with me, unfortunately. However, we might be able to give Brynja a new helmet. There we go. And, oh, there's a Manavlion. Now, this is obviously one of my favorite... This is actually maybe my favorite polearm in the entire game. I know that sounds really, really funny considering it only has 35 cutting damage, and you think to yourself, wow, 35 cutting damage, that's really low. Yeah, it is actually really, really low, but there is a very good reason for it. It is so good. This particular polearm is so good. You can use it as a thrusting polearm, you can use it as a slashing polearm, and it has just enough weapon reach to be useful in every single situation that I have so far seen it in. Like, I can literally play with this weapon in a siege, I can play with the weapon in a field battle, like on a horse, or anything. And usually it is crazy good. Like, it is really, really crazy good. I'm actually super surprised that it is so good, but it is. It's actually really, really nice. Anyway, yeah, I think we'll probably just take everything here. We're probably just going to take everything. I'm not going to donate the experience, even though it probably would make sense considering we do have quite a few low levels. But yeah, anyway, there we go. We actually took the castle as well because obviously the opponent's garrison decided to come out at the same time. Our money is still actually in here, which is hilarious. And yeah, we're... Oh, I see. That actually does provide you with auto-recruitment. That's actually kind of useful. Alright, well, yeah, unfortunately for me, the garrison is... Well, I mean, they still have militia, of course, but the garrison is gone. I guess I... Actually, you know what? I could have taken those looters and put them in here. I was actually unaware that we were going to get the castle again. I thought we were maybe going to be left with a handful of people, so that's the reason why I didn't take them, but oh well. Never mind. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. We did level to 200 in two-handed, so that's actually really nice too. We are going to be getting some hit points, maybe. I think we'll get some hit points. Yeah, hit points to our troops and hit points to ourselves. I think that's pretty decent. Obviously, this is going to be exceptionally good if we are able to get to our maximum level of medicine skill, because the maximum level medicine skill perk, it's going to go great with that. Ah, yes, the wonders of raiding villages, eh? Yes, the wonders of raiding villages. Okay, so you may have not seen that, but basically there were a handful of pop-ups that basically said that the relation gain of the notables in this particular village has gone down. And the reason why it's gone down is because there's this army coming over here and I need to run away. No, that's not the reason, but I'll explain. Nevig, Mr. Nevig, yes, he was defeated in the previous episode, but I found him and I gave him some new units, and now he is once again one of our party members. Now, what I'm actually going to do here with him is I'm actually going to add him to our army, and then we're going to institute a couple of policies. So, I want tribunes of the people. Tribunes of the people, absolutely fantastic in my opinion. I do not care about my own wealth. My own wealth does not matter to me in any way. What I really care about is security. I care about loyalty. I care about all kinds of things like that. That really makes a huge difference in my opinion. And we could go troop wages by 10%. How much would that really be? That would only technically be 380, kind of. We could go for Royal Guard here, actually. Royal Guard would probably be somewhat useful. But I'm thinking about loyalty right now. Towns held by the ruler clan. Yeah, that actually seems really good, actually. Yeah, we're going to be doing Imperial Towns. And I believe that's all I can do. Yes, unfortunate that I don't have more influence. But yes, getting a lot of influence early on when you're, you know, ruling initially is going to be exceptionally good. Unfortunately, we just don't have any, well, we don't have enough of it to be able to institute as many policies as I'd want. But Nevig's going to join us now, so now we have 250 people, which is actually not bad if I do say so myself. And now we do have Imperial Towns too, so what I'm mostly doing is I'm trying to generate as much influence as I can, or should we say as much loyalty, influence, and so on and so forth as I can in our town. If we can do that, we're going to have some great times. You can see here, what is the problem that we're having right now? The problem we're having right now is that the owner culture is going down. But why is the owner culture going down? Well, I mean, there's nothing else I can do about it, right? I'm always going to be the owner, so it's a bit weird, right? Yeah, it's a bit weird. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're probably going to be going for the courthouse here. It's going to take 1 day. Oh, okay, well that's nice. Okay, so it's going to take 1 day for it to be completed, and then we will hopefully... we need to go for other stuff that actually provides us... Yes, +3 construction, so the mason would probably be extremely good for us. Then we... Ooh, that's really nice, actually. The warehouse increases workshop production. Yeah, that's actually super good. So, yeah, that's going to be really nice. But yeah, usually what I really like to do whenever I have a town is I like to build really tall in regards to its power, rather than wide. I'm not a big fan of the whole wide gameplay, but obviously that's very much dependent on your own preferences, I suppose. So we are going to go in here. We're going to see whether... Oh, are you joking? Are you serious? There's 2 armies? Oh, okay. Well, that's going to be interesting. All right, so, yeah, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to go straight on in here against this guy. He... Oh, no. Oh, dear. Okay, yeah, I am unable to go in against this guy. Unfortunately. I am disorganized now as well, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. We should be fine to get away from here. Well, this is a problem, isn't it? Okay, the only thing I could really do... let me see. Okay, so I don't have... Yeah, no, I need to get Royal Guard. Royal Guard is going to be very important for us, so I need to get the influence needed for that. I did just gain a level, that's very nice. Okay, so I was kind of hoping to get that, well, get engineering leveled up a little bit more, but unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be in the cards for me at the moment. So what I'll do is I will level up my two-handed skill, considering that is going to be the main way that we gain experience. And we're also going to be leveling up our intelligence, because this is the thing. This is actually probably my first character that I have made in quite some time where I have actually kind of planned out what I was going to spec into. And I'm not talking about my perks as much, but I was talking about mostly my attributes. Because attributes, as you can see right here, obviously we have 6 in vigor, endurance, as well as intelligence. This is going to make a huge difference, because once we get to 175 in athletics and 200 in athletics, we're going to have 7 in both of these, which is then going to enable us to get to the maximum, maximum rank of 275, and then everyone's going to be very, very pleased and happy, and everyone's going to be dancing and singing in the streets and all that wonderful stuff. Okay, so now let's actually see what we can do here, because for me personally, I just want the siege camp to be completed. I only want the siege camp to be completed, because we're then going to go straight on in. We are just going to go straight on in as fast as possible, and we're going to see what we can do like that. I highly doubt that really anything... I don't know. It depends on if this army comes back. If this army comes back, yeah, I won't be able to do it, unfortunately. I won't be able to do it. They have very good troops, and I don't know whether you've seen Nevig's army, but this is what he currently has. I literally just gave him some smattering of noble troops, and I was kind of hoping that he would level them up, but he has been very passive in many of his decisions, unfortunately. Okay, so let's see. They're going to Odrisa Castle. So if we keep a watch out for Odrisa Castle, and let's actually see what's going on at the other place over here. Maybe we can actually do something. Maybe there's going to be something really, really cool that we can do. Maybe we can pounce on them or something like that. Oh, there's 2 armies in actual fact. Okay, never mind. I actually thought that there were only 2, as in this one over here that's going for Odrisa Castle, and this one over here that is attempting to raid Tamna Castle. But yeah, alright, okay, so that is very funny. Alright, I guess we'll have to see what they decide to do. If they decide to come over here to our town, it could very well be a bad thing for us. We might even lose it. We might even lose it. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to continue recruiting some people from here. I was actually hoping that I didn't have to do more of that. But let's have a look. Yeah, I can't see what they're deciding to do yet. They might just decide to move on. If they do, then we are going to just thank our lucky stars that they're not coming over here. And then we can be, you know, very pleased. But, yeah. Let's see. No, it seems like he is... Yep, seems like he's running away. Okay, that's absolutely perfect. Odrisa Castle is obviously under siege too. Really wish I had a bigger army, to be honest. Ah, hello there. One prominent resident of Hussenfulk, Karid the Chandler, approaches you. Your brewery has been hiring workers who have recently migrated in from the countryside. He requests that you fire them and take on some local boys from the back alleys. If you refuse, he won't be responsible if the carts carrying your shipments get swarmed by traffic going through tight gates, slowing down production. Right, okay, so basically he's trying to, yeah, he's trying to blackmail us, I guess, to a certain degree. And, yeah, so increased reputation for being close-fisted, increased reputation with Karid. He doesn't even have... Oh, no, he owns a pottery shop. I should buy this pottery shop from him. Shouldn't I? I should do that. Workshop loses 5% of its revenue, or increase relationship, lose this. Ask if you can make a sizable contribution to his guild's feast and funeral fund. Yes, that's what we're going to do. That is 100% what we're going to do, because he has his relation increased. We lose only 200 gold, and I don't really care about the reputation for all that stuff, so that's what we're going to do. There we go. Nice. It actually increased by 21 instead of 10. The reason for that is because we have the that charm skill thing, right? That charm skill thing that makes us gain additional reputation. Yes, 20% additional reputation gain with the same gender, I think. I mean, it's only 20%. I'm not entirely sure why we would have gained over 100% extra, but maybe there's another perk that we've gained somewhere else that I am not thinking of. But let's have a look. Okay, yeah, look at this, look at this. We're actually creating masons and so on and so forth extremely quickly here. So what we're actually going to do as well... 6 days only. Wow, this is crazy fast. I'd like to get additional caravans. I would love to get additional caravans. That would further increase our ability to generate things very, very nicely, in fact. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do this. We need to look at the construction cost as well, by the way. Construction cost is very important to look at least initially. I'm going to go for roads and paths. Let's go for roads and paths as well. It's going to make a huge, huge difference to us. Obviously, we don't have a governor in there at the moment because I was actually going to think about making Pelisor into a party. So should I do that? I think we should, right? I think we should. So yeah, let's create a party from Pelisor. Actually, you know what? Let's not create a party just yet, because what I need to do first is actually just go into the garrison here. Let's see what we actually have available here, because we don't really have anything too amazing. As you can see, I'd like to keep some of the higher tiers for us, but the thing is, if I take too low units, he's just going to run around and lose, I guess. But the funny thing is, and this is the thing that I always try to convey, which sometimes doesn't actually get conveyed accurately enough, is that whenever I create a party, they are so bad. They get themselves killed so easily. It's very sad indeed to see that. So let's hope that they're not actually going to have that happen this time around. I'm just going to give like a bunch of these. How many does he have? 51. I think that should be enough for me to be able to get him to join our army. There we go. Okay, and yeah, we can literally just do that. There we are. Okay, fantastic. So we now have him in our army as well. There we are. Perfect. And now I'm just going to stand here, and hopefully they can recruit some people from the garrison in the town. Yes, there we go. They're actually recruiting people from the town. That's great. So that is very, very nice. And what we're going to do is I'm actually going to see if I can buy this guy's pottery shop.
I offer you.
Yes, hello there. I wish to buy your pottery shop. 22,000. There we go. I'm literally buying everything in the town. I'm literally buying everything in the town whenever I can, because you know, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. There's nothing they can do about it. I own everything in here. Thank you very much. Yeah, I just don't want them messing around with us, that's for sure. Okay, so let's go over to Tamna Castle. This is obviously a really, really good way for us to generate renown, and this is obviously one of those times where you look at this number and you just think to yourself, what? I need to get 2,350? Yeah, it's gonna be exceptionally I wouldn't say tough. It's not gonna be a tough thing to do. It's just gonna take a long time. That's what's gonna happen here. Okay, so yeah, they placed basically the same exact amount of people in the garrison here, which is really annoying. But what can I do? What can I do about that? There's not much I can do about it. If there's huge amounts of troops coming at us, there's not much I can do. I'm going to just have to, you know, take it. Just going to have to take the punches and then just come back and do what I can. And let's hope that I can actually do this. Because what I'm going to do, once again, as I said before, if I am able to get the siege camp up and running fast enough, I am going to go straight in. I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to go straight in and hope that our numbers, because, I mean, we do have, you know, more of a number than, you know, before, will carry us through. Bear in mind, they don't have anything super high level or anything like that. Let's go in before they actually build the second catapult. They only have one catapult. That's extremely lucky. Yeah, that is actually really, really good. Okay, so let's just do this, and let's go. Normally, I would try to bombard the walls and stuff like that, but because there are so many armies nearby, I'm actually not entirely sure what's going on with the armies right now. Are they around this area for some specific reason? Is it because they're at war against the Crusade and they want to try and take their fiefs nearby? That could be the reason as well, but, well, never mind. I'm kind of hoping that the Crusade will actually be a little bit interfering in this situation. Where is the catapult? That's the question. I don't know where the catapult is. So should I just let my forces do whatever they want to do, or should I actually command them properly? Because the thing is, if you know what, they're all going this way. Okay, fine. I guess, you know what? I'm going to be interested to see what they decide to do, okay? Because this may very well be an exceptional way of coming up into the keep. Because if there are no catapults here, this is going to be so good. We're going to take basically no casualties. Yeah, so far it seems to actually be working remarkably. Nice hit. Nice hit. Okay. Okay, let's get some preparations going here. Okay, we've got who's this in front of me right here? I don't even know who this is. Oh, this is okay. What? Oh no, did you see that? Oh wow, okay, that was unfortunate. I literally got stuck against the wall, as you can see right there, and then I couldn't actually move. So that's great. Oh, I almost killed that guy. Alright, yeah, we're gonna get a couple of kills like this, I suppose. Are my forces actually... Just charge, please. Just charge, guys. Come on. You're way too good to be staying down here. Come on. Okay, yeah, they're having some problems actually getting up here. Maybe if we can get inside. Nice, good damage. Okay, we're doing some damage. We're doing some damage. I don't have strong legs, unfortunately. If I had strong legs, this would be insanely good, but unfortunately it's not. Yeah, I don't have strong legs, but I did clear out a couple. Maybe that's going to be enough for my people. Yeah, it was actually enough, as you can see. They're now taking positions on the walls, which is hilarious. Yeah. What a classic. What a classic. Oh well, never mind. It's okay. It's fine. And as you can see, our other... the other direction of attack is being completely ignored, as we are just swarming throughout the keep. And yeah, that was an insanely fast victory. We basically took no casualties whatsoever either. Very, very nice. Look at that. 70 renown. 70 renown and 95 influence. Extremely, extremely good. That means that what I'll be able to do now is I'll be able to institute yet another policy. And that's going to be very, very nice for us. Oh, look at that. Loads of level ups too. Exceptional amounts of experience. Love that. Anytime we can get good experience like that, I am all for it. Okay, let's see. Do we have anything else here that I can go for that is going to be somewhat useful for me? No, it doesn't seem like it. No. Okay, yes. 8,100 experience. That's not really that good, so I will probably just move on with that. Show mercy once again. And this is always very, very funny to me now because these guys are literally... these guys have been besieged so often. Unfortunately, my party members are doing that thing that they do where they place troops in the garrison. And generally, I would... normally, I'd say, oh yes, this is absolutely fine. This is perfect. This is exactly what we want them to do. But in this situation, actually, you know what? I don't want them to do that. And the reason why I don't want them to do that is because... well, very clearly, they're weakening themselves, you see. They're weakening themselves in exchange for basically not much. Because what they're doing is they're placing high-tier people, or, you know, the people that I've given them, at the very least. They're placing quite a few high-tier people in the garrison over there that is just going to get crushed by an extremely strong army. And that's generally what tends to happen quite often. And that's the reason why... we have to be very, very careful about that. You know, we can't literally let these guys do that. Because otherwise, you can see there, look at what they have now. They only have 43. They only have 45 people instead of what they had before, which was like, what, 80 and 60? I think they had 80 and 60 or something like that. So yeah, it's pretty unfortunate, to be honest. Which means that hopefully our town will be able to get some more recruits coming in. Oh, what do we have here? Your reputation as a skilled trader generally does you good, but there is always a downside. When you arrive in Hussenfulk, the market inspector descends from his tower to present you with a list of fees that you supposedly accumulated over the years, based on decrees that go back several centuries. The decrees may be genuine, but in all your talk with merchants, you never heard of anyone ever paying them. Alright, so... back taxes. Oh, that's fun. Alright, so decrease crime rating by 10 in the Kingdom of Reformia. So in our own kingdom, that is hilarious. We're also going to gain 5 renown for that. If we erupt in fury, telling the inspector that there is no way you'll be fleeced in this way, illegally or legally, okay. We can pay and lose 300 gold. We increase our reputation for being honest. We can gain 50 influence and reason with the inspector over a splendid dinner and an amphora of the finest wine that is of course on you, or we can just hand over the money to make the problem go away. Okay, so from my perspective right here, 5 renown doesn't do anything. 50 influence on the other hand, 50 influence, this is exceptionally good. So I will be taking the 50 influence, but also I do appreciate the devious nature of the option, so we will be doing that. And 100 gold is basically nothing either, so it's absolutely fine. Very, very nice. Alright, policies. Let's have a look. Okay, so grazing rights. That's what we're going to do, I think. Actually, no, not grazing rights. Hunting rights, right? Yeah. Hunting rights is what we want to do. There we go. Because basically all that does is town loyalty reduced by 0.5, but food production is being increased by 2. I'm always very much appreciating that, because obviously 0.2 loyalty, not really anything much at all. 0.2 loyalty is really not anything super bad to worry about. We could also go for serfdom here. Towns gain, lose 1 militia per day. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that too. Is there anything else here that we could go for? Yeah, Royal Guard. I should have gone for that a while ago, so let's do that. And settlement loyalty decreased. Town security increased by 1 per day. Actually, it does sound pretty good, but I don't have enough yet. So, yeah, I think we should probably be fine now. What is this? 1 influence per day. Yeah, no, actually, I think this is pretty good. Seems pretty decent. We now have a pretty significant amount of space, or at least I should do once I let the game run again, because obviously it doesn't update right now. It doesn't update yet with the true number. So we're just going to take a bunch of really, really nice troops. I should be able to handle them in my party. At least I hope so. Yep, there we go. Okay, it's now updated. Wonderful. So now we have 257. So that's wonderful. That is extremely, extremely good. So that means that we are now going to be basically able to take on maybe medium-sized armies ourselves. Maybe medium-sized armies. That would be kind of fun. There we go. So that's all I'm going to take. Yeah, I'm kind of stripping the garrison bare right now, which is really not very good. But we have taken Tamna Castle, which is kind of what I set out to do, so that's really nice. Okay, so the question is, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to disband my army right now. I'm going to disband the army because these guys are basically... I mean, I wouldn't call them useless, but they're running around with about 50 people. I'd like them to go and do their own thing and maybe recruit some people themselves. What I'm actually also going to do is I'm going to change their priority. Can I not do that right now? Oh, are you serious that you literally cannot change it while you're in a siege? Okay, well... doesn't really matter, I guess. Anyway, what we're going to do after we get out of here is I'm going to change their behavior to defensive. And we're going to see if that makes a difference. I highly doubt it will, because generally parties are, from my perspective, always really, really bad. They always get themselves taken prisoner. They always get themselves defeated. You know, basically stuff like that. And I'm kind of hoping that maybe that doesn't happen in the future here, but we'll see. These guys are going to be attacking me in just a second. I'm kind of hoping they will, actually. They're just waiting for Pagarios. There we go. Okay, nice. This is actually perfect. This is actually what we wanted, believe it or not. Because it looks really bad, right? It looks really bad for me to have this many opponents. But actually, this is what we wanted to have happen, because then I don't have to take the initiative of going in there and potentially getting shot by 1,000 catapults and having my forces just get completely destroyed. But in this case, I can... oh dear. Well, I was gonna say this rip-roaringly positive speech about how we were going to achieve victory. But, well, I'm seeing that the enemy is actually on the other side of the river there. This could be good. But unfortunately, because the line... yeah, the line of deployment is so extremely tight to the edge of the battlefield, we are now in a situation where I have to move my forces very, very quickly. And this is going to be harsh. Okay, so we're just going to put her over with the infantry, I suppose. And... okay. Ooh, this is going to be kind of harsh, actually. It's going to be kind of harsh. Let's see what we can do. So, let's go down here. We're going to try to move my forces into the trees. This is going to be exceptionally good to defend against their cavalry forces. They do have quite a few, as you can see. Oh, wait a minute. Are they actually giving me this? Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, you know what I'm doing. Oh, you know what I'm doing. This is actually crazy. All right. Yeah, let's get our forces over there. We're going to move my forces closer. Hopefully they can actually... no. Are you serious right now? It literally just crashed. Is it because I used super speed? I think super speed might be having a bit of a problem right now. Oh well. Alright, so we're back. Unfortunately, obviously the autosave was about 8 minutes in the past, so unfortunately I was all the way over at Tamna Castle still, and I had to do all of the policy instituting and all that wonderful stuff again. However, we do now end up with 97 influence. I'm not entirely sure. Did I miss out on some? Oh, I might have... oh, actually, you know what? Sacred Majesty, I could take that. I think I didn't take serfdom this time. Or did I take serfdom before? That's the question. I don't remember. I don't remember what I took. Well, I am actually going to be taking, I think... oh, no. See, now I don't know. I'm not sure. I think Sacred Majesty is actually fantastic, so I'm probably going to be taking that. That is really, really good, just especially for influence generation, especially considering we have no other clans. We have no other clans with us right now, so we're only gaining benefits ourselves, which is obviously perfect. Alright, now the question remains, are we going to get the same situation? Are we going to get the same battlefield? Because that battlefield was literally one of the most powerful environmental advantages that I have ever seen. And I've seen a load, so it's actually kind of insane. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Are they actually sallying out? No, they are not. Okay, so as you can see, they're not sallying out this time. They're just coming at us with the vassals themselves. And, well, I don't see a reason to keep them waiting, do you? No. Let's go on in and see what we can do. Now, if we get the same battlefield, I'll be really, really pleased. If we don't, then, well, I will be a bit disappointed. Ah, okay, so it is kind of the same battlefield, but we are on a different perspective. We were over there before. Okay, so the opponent is obviously going to be over the, in the opposite direction along the river, I assume. So what I should probably do is do this. Move my forces into the river itself. And then what we'll do is we'll go over here. Yeah, there they are. Yes, yes. I might actually be able to get into my previous position, which would be amazing. As I said, I personally think that this is incredible. And if we can make this work, and if my archers are actually kind of good in any way, they will be exceptionally good. Okay, here we go, here we go. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, where are my forces? My archers are... Ooh, my archers are taking quite a while to get here, unfortunately. That's kind of bad. Maybe... there we go. Okay, they're here. Let's try to face them towards the enemy. Make sure that they're facing towards the enemy, at least. And let's get our archers... no, well, not our archers. Our infantry and our cavalry over there. This should be good if our archers can actually inflict some damage. I mean, you can see they have the height advantage. Massive, massive height advantage. This is incredibly good for them. And if they can... oh dear. If they can, I don't know, take some kind of advantage from this, then I'll be really pleased. But if they can't, then I will be in jail. Yes, I will be imprisoned for my... whatever. I don't know. I'm actually not entirely sure. My monopolizing of the workshops in the nearby town or something along those lines. I don't know. Anyway, let's try and see if we can murder some people. I'd actually like to get off my mount sometime and get some athletic skill, because I don't know whether you noticed, but in that siege previously, when we were killed on the battlements, I actually gained significant amounts of athletic skill just because I swung a couple of times. So it would be really, really useful to do that, considering the fact that we would then gain the last points that we need to generate our attributes, you know? To make sure our attributes are actually looking really, really good. So I'm actually going to get off right now. Let's see. Can I get some... Oh, come on. Are you serious? As soon as I just want to do something selfish, you know? Oh, well, never mind. It's fine. As soon as I get off my mount, I'm like, yeah, let me just get killed real quick. Yeah, that sounds great. Well, okay. Yeah, it happens. It happens. And we are losing a handful of people, but nothing really too dramatic, actually, surprisingly enough, considering we are defeating an army of this size. This is quite significant, you know, 400 and whatever they have, 460 or something like that. Yeah, so pretty nice. Unfortunately, the battlefield did not work out as well as I thought. I thought we would pretty much take no casualties. I thought we would literally end up with, like, I don't know, 2 people dying here. But unfortunately, we did not have the ability to do that. So we will just send the rest of our people in, and we'll get another 95... Oh, look at that. Yeah, we got 91 influence, and then another 95 influence for that. That's actually pretty crazy. And now we can let these people go once again. As I said, we're just trying to let people go as much as we possibly can, earn as much cash as we possibly can, and then we can maybe try to persuade them and see what happens with that. That would be kind of fun, at least. I think so. Let's take a couple of these guys. I will try, if I can, I think, to level up some leadership skill. Because leadership in this situation is probably going to be invaluable. Probably one of those things that you really just need to just bite the bullet and take, to be honest. It's probably going to be extremely, extremely worth it. It doesn't seem to be anything here for me, actually. Actually, she's using a mace. I don't know why she's using a mace, actually, but we'll give her another one. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll take the weapons. We'll take the thrown weapons. Actually, there is... I think there are better javelins, aren't there? Wait a minute. Are there better javelins than harpoons? I always thought harpoons were the best, but I saw some... no. Here, these are the best. Hooked javelins are the best. I did not know that. Okay, so that's nice. I thought I saw something like that. Alright, yeah, so we're going to leave the armor. We'll take the horses. Should I take the horses? Yeah, okay. Taking the horses is absolutely fine. Now that we've increased our army size, it actually makes sense for us to take more horses anyway. And we can take the food as well, even though it's probably not a good idea. There we go. Okay, so 24,000 experience being given to us. That gets us 17 level ups, which I think is pretty decent. I would say that's pretty decent. Now, the question is, do we want to go in here? We have 43 wounded. We could continue the siege, but then we have to worry about enemies coming at us. A little bit worried about this, just purely because we have quite a few people that are knocked out. You know what? I am actually going to get out of here. These guys, I think, would probably have a pretty high chance of achieving victory versus us if we allow them to attack us with what we have. So yeah, I think it's probably a good idea to get out of there for now. Your clerk at your pottery shop in Hussenfolk has caught one of your foremen skimming from the funds you used to purchase raw materials. Luckily, he did not take much, and he readily confessed. How do you prevent this from happening in the future? Well, we make an example of him. Hand him over to the town authorities. 30% chance of the workshop losing 10% of its revenue. Or you appeal to your men's better natures. You plead for leniency for your foreman and beg them not to take advantage. Increased reputation for being merciful. Workshop loses 5% of its revenue. You institute a complex scheme of bookkeeping, even though it will make purchases more onerous and slow down production. Increased reputation for being calculating, and we still lose 5% of its revenue. Okay. And then you treat all your workers as potential thieves, having them searched, coming and going from the workshop. Are you joking? That is terrible. Let's not do that one. Yeah, I don't really care about the workshop's revenue. I just want to see what actually happens here. Let's try to be... Let's do merciful. We're kind of doing the whole merciful trip here. Pottery shop gained 3 gold. It literally just said gained 3 gold. What does that actually mean? I don't know. But yes, apparently... apparently that's what happened there. Okay, so how long is this going to take? 6 days. Alright, that's absolutely fine. We have 87 construction at the moment. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's going to be fine. I guess so. Alright. Yeah, so we have 26,000 here. We can obviously sell that. And generally, I would like to take this. Unfortunately, because it is so close to Danustica and a high traffic area, apparently, because obviously the Southern Empire does tend to use these 2 bridges a huge amount to get into Khuzait territory. So that is making a huge difference to them being all around us all the time. But we're doing pretty well right now. We're doing pretty well. You've got to remember that we have our policies, we have our renown gain, we have our influence gain. We're getting all of these things in action. We're getting them all instituted. And, as you can see, we're earning quite a lot of renown as we go through here. It's making a big, big difference. How am I doing in terms of workshops? As you can see, my brewery is doing very well. Everything else, not so much, but that doesn't really matter. As I say, we still have 2 spaces for workshops, which is actually quite nice. And otherwise, potentially, if we're able to get our parties in a good position here, if they're able to start recruiting people a little bit more, we might even be able to call for a large army and even go for Danustica. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.